Where would the Georgia Bulldogs be without Zachariah Branch? That's what we're talking about in today's video because, listen, if we're giving out midseason MVP awards, I think Gunnar Stockton has to get some votes, and I think Zachariah Branch has to get some as well. He has been a true game changer and a fourth quarter machine for a team that might be the best fourth quarter team in college football. He is a big reason why. We're going to break down his play this season and why they absolutely hit a home run landing him out of the transfer portal. We told you when it happened that this guy was going to be a dynamic, big play machine, and that's exactly what he's been for Kirby Smart and the Dogs this season. He's coming off arguably the best game, not only as a Bulldog, but in his college football career against the Gators. He had a career day. Kirby Smart talked a lot about him post-game, so we're going to talk about Kirby Smart's comments on that and more. But when I think of Zachariah Branch, I think of consistency, great hands, the ability to be a weapon. That's what Kirby Smart called him. He said this guy's a weapon, not only in the screen and short passing game, but he can make some big plays down the field. A lot of people kind of question his ability as a receiver. Can he get open? Can he be a receiver? Or is he just kind of a track guy who can occasionally help catch some passes? But he has shown that he is a lot more than a track guy. Not only is he one of the fastest receivers of college football, but he is quickly becoming one of the best overall receivers in the conference and in the SEC. We're going to go look through the numbers as well, but not, in my opinion, this is a guy who plays his best when it matters most. And we've got the numbers to back that up because this guy has been dominant in the fourth quarter and beyond. When they need a big play, when they need to move the chains, if they're in the fourth quarter, they've got to move the football. Gunnar Stockton is looking Zachariah Branch's way, and the numbers back that up. So we're going to dig into all that. But first, I want to plug our sponsor, Freebird, proudly sourced in the heart of Georgia's Blue Ridge Mountains. Freebird delivers a crisp, clean taste, making it easy to stay hydrated and make your taste buds stand up and salute. Drink to life's simple moments. Freebird Southern Spring Water. This stuff is terrific. My can's empty. I got to get more. I probably will today. It is really, really good stuff. So make sure you're getting your Freebird Spring Water. Again, proudly sourced in the heart of Georgia's Blue Ridge Mountains. So let's go talk about where he's making the biggest impact. And yes, he makes big plays in the first three quarters, but it is the fourth quarter where Georgia really looks his way. He caught 3 passes during Georgia's big fourth quarter against the Gators. He caught a big 18-yard pass on 3rd and 8 on their second fourth quarter drive. He also hauled in a 13-yard pass before Chauncey Bowens' big run to give Georgia the lead. So again, 3 fourth quarter catches, 2 of them in that drive where they needed to move the football, take the lead. And when they went through the air, they went Zachariah Branch's way. Of course, that's been happening all season long, right? Against the Rebels, 2 of his 8 receptions came in the fourth quarter, and both of them led to a first down. He ended that game with 71 yards, catching every pass that came his way. 8 targets, 8 catches, 71 yards. Not a ton of explosiveness, but in that game, it was just picking up positive yards. A lot of short to kind of intermediate stuff. A lot of him catching the ball quickly, getting out of bounds, or just picking up a first down, getting down there. I thought the Ole Miss defense kind of rallied to him quickly, didn't let him break off any explosives like he did against Tennessee on the screen pass that he took for a touchdown. But yeah, 2 of his 8 catches, both, coming, leading to first downs against Ole Miss. Against Auburn, he was even better in the fourth quarter. 5 of his 9 receptions came in the fourth quarter against Auburn. Again, a really tight game and one that came down to the end. And Georgia's offense needed to move the football late in that game, and they went Branch's way. Once again, when the offense needed a spark, when they needed a first down in the biggest way possible, Gunnar Stockton looked to Zachariah Branch. And yeah, he's getting the tight ends involved more and more. The biggest play of the season, you could, at least offensively, going back to the fourth down against Tennessee, yeah, he went to London Humphreys there. Colby Young has seen the ball come his way a lot, especially when he was healthy. They're getting Noah Thomas involved, but Zachariah Branch is that guy. He is that dog. And again, more than a track guy. He is getting open. He's making a tough catch. He's obviously not the biggest guy. He's taken some hits this year while making a catch, and he's holding on to it. it all goes back to his practice habits, and that's what Kirby Smart talked about. But real quick, 8 of his against Auburn, 9 receptions, 5 of them came in the fourth quarter. So I just want to make sure I cover that because it's not crazy, but I think if you're a Georgia fan, and teams are going to latch onto this and notice this more and more, but yeah, more and more when they're in crunch time in some of these tight games, they're going to Zachariah Branch. Whether it's a quick out or whether it's down the field, they just want to get this guy involved. And it goes back to, again, his practice habits, like I said just a second ago. Here's what Kirby Smart had to say about that and his play against the Gators and more. So we certainly envision him having a major impact. I didn't know he had a career game today. Talking after the Florida victory, he said, quote, "He's a weapon. He's got elite quickness and elite toughness. When he goes to practice, he goes for real. He works really hard, and we show his practice habits to other players." I thought Zach did an awesome job for us today. And again, career high 10 catches against the Gators for 112 yards. It was his first 100-yard game as a Bulldog, second of his career. And again, 3 of those 10 catches came in the fourth quarter when Georgia was trying to put the game away. He won Kirby Smart over a long time ago, and you do that by practicing hard, and that's what he does. He knows that, hey, I believe, he can enter the draft this year. I think this is his 3rd year. 2 at USC, 1 now at Georgia. So he could enter the draft, and if he keeps playing like this is a first-round guy because of his speed and his elusiveness and big playability. And the hands have been really impressive. He had a bad drop against Alabama after the Talon touchdown. Should have been touchdown. He had an open screen pass that he dropped, and there may have been 1 or 2 more that he didn't haul in. But for the most part, when the ball's coming his way, he's making the catch. And he's catching most of his targets. And I think against Mississippi State, an offense that knows how to score, right? They've got receivers. They're going to move the football in this Georgia defense. They're going to put up points. If this becomes a shootout, look for Gunnar Stockton to look Zachariah Branch's way, whether it's early in the down and distance, first, second down, or 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8. That's the guy he's looking to. And they're going to have to move that around because defense, if I were my coordinator, every time Georgia's got a big 3rd down coming up in the fourth quarter especially, I'm saying, hey, watch this dude. Watch him. He is playing like one of the best receivers in the conference and a guy with NFL speed, big playability. He only has 2 touchdowns, one against Marshall, 1 against Tennessee. I thought he'd have more of that, but they might come. And I mean, he's making a lot of plays. Overall this year, let's look at the overall numbers. He's caught 45 passes for 474 yards, 2 touchdowns. He's caught at least 3 passes in every game and has caught at least 8 passes in each of his last 3 games. He has really been a major focal point in this offense, and I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. Yeah, Noah Thomas probably needs some targets. I know he had that drop against the Gators that led to an interception. Ball was behind him. Got to catch that, though. Dylan Bell obviously still needs his touches. But Zachariah Branch has turned into that alpha, that go-to guy. Gunnar Stockton knows it. Kirby Smart knows it. And I think, as crazy as it sounds, his best football might still be ahead of him. And he's not an old veteran. He's not young either. But you could see him getting better and better. And that's a pretty crazy statement because the guy is playing really, really well. He's got a lot of tools. I think a lot of people kind of question the toughness aspect because of his size and his hands because, he was known as a fast, electric, explosive receiver. How are the hands? Well, the hands are pretty good. They're not perfect, but they are good enough for him to get the targets when this offense needs it most. And on 3rd down, in the fourth quarter, he knows the ball's coming his way, and he is taking full advantage. I think he has the chance to have a really, really big game against Mississippi State, especially if they get down early, they get into a shootout. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he had 8, 9, maybe 10 catches again. So just a really good player. And this is why Kirby Smart is still one of the best coaches in college football. He saw the biggest weakness last year, especially on offense, was the receiver position, the drop passes. He knew they had to address that and improve in a big, big way. And he went out and hit a home run, and hit a grand slam, hit the jackpot with Zachariah Branch. He's better than Eric Singleton, who everyone had ranked, I think, above Zachariah Branch. A lot of people thought, well, he was really good at tag. Georgia should be going after him. No. Kirby Smart said, I know Zach Branch is better than Eric Singleton. That's the kid we want. And we'll go get some size and strong hands with Noah Thomas, but we need Zach Branch to be this type of guy who can come up with big plays when it matters most. He is a gamer. He's extremely talented. But he's a football player, and he is tough, and he's got hands, and he can outrun just about anyone. He is having a massive, massive season, and he's a big reason why Georgia is kind of dominating teams in the fourth quarter, because he is playing really well in the fourth quarter. I don't know where this offense would be without him, because they use him a lot, and they use him a lot of late in games when the game is on the line. So if we're throwing out MVP votes, mine might be to Zachariah Branch. Gunnar Stockton, obviously he's having a terrific year as well, but Zach Branch is really helping him out a lot. The chemistry is there, and I think we're only going to see that more and more as the year goes on. Thanks for watching. You can read more about this and other analytics and data and insider info on dawgpost.com. That's where the 5-star Georgia fans are, and I hope to see you there too. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. I'll see you over on dawgpost.com.